Am I the only one who thinks that King Batch was genuinely funny back in 2015? Now I know that there's like a huge
He was and he wasn't. Let's be Keaton Batch was funny, but he wasn't
King
at the
Batch
same
hate
time.
train going on
I
right now,
remember.
saying that King Batch was never funny, King Batch was corny, King Batch set black people back all the way to slavery. But what if I told you that that's not even the real reason why people hate King Batch? What if I told you that there's a greater reasoning to why people dislike that man so much? And by the end of this video, you're gonna find that reason. Now, first and foremost, where did all this hate for King Batch even come from? I mean, I feel like every
Yeah, I
single
can
year
tell you.
there's a King Batch Vine that goes viral on Twitter, and all the comments are in uproar saying that King Batch set black people all the way back to segregation. Like, it's actually wild. A few weeks ago, there was like this whole situation in Montgomery, Alabama, where there was like this huge fight at a boating dock. And after the whole situation, like everyone started making memes
Oh
about it.
yeah, I
I
remember
mean,
all
a
this
dude
shit.
swam across the lake just to fight. Somebody got hit with the chair. Some dude threw his hat up in the air and like a bunch of people helped him to come fight. Like it was a pretty crazy situation. And since everyone decided to make memes, the meme god himself, King Batch, decided to also hop on the trend. And that's when it all went downhill. King Batch decided to make this skit of like him throwing his hat up in the air and like a bunch of black people coming to help him when he had a problem. Because that's kind of what happened in the video in the whole Montgomery brawl situation. And all the comments were like,
Yo, you are garbage. You're a terrible human being. You're annoying. You're
Bro, on some real shit. Reason why people don't fuck King Batch and I is cause bro, all that nigga jokes was racist as hell. Like all he was doing is just playing a race joke every fucking vibe. That's why. That's why people don't fuck with him now, bro. Be like, hold on, bro. All your shit was just race jokes. Him or that other nigga who used to his own one shit was Water Malone and what's Daystorm. All them niggas was just race jokes. So when you look back at it, bro, you be like, bro, them shits was ass. Nigga, that's what we liked. Them shits was ass.
corny. Go kill.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I'm not. But it made me think to myself, like, dang, like, when did every single human being hate this man, King Batch? Like, back in 2015, I used to love that man. Like, even though now, like, yeah, the jokes they're not that funny. But dog, King Batch was my guy back in 2015. I mean, another situation where I can pinpoint that man, King Batch, getting hated on is back in 2020, which this situation I thought, oh my gosh. King Batch is a whole idiot for doing this. That man, like, painted all over himself, like,
Oh,
rest
I
in peace,
remember
George
this.
Floyd. He put, like, the BLM logo on him, like with marker and stuff. And like he put his fist up and made a TikTok about it. It was pretty
I remember
cringe.
that
And
shit.
everyone
That
was
shit was
saying, like,
horrible.
yo, how are you gonna say this when you were making freaking racist jokes back in 2015? Now I'm not gonna lie. King Batch's vines, when you watch them, there's a lot of raccoon behavior, raccoon without the RA. But I feel like a lot of people are forgetting what was in the media back in like 2015. Back in 2015, racist jokes and
Yep, that's the nigga I was talking about. Oh shit, that's the nigga I was talking about right there. I don't remember his no. His name was Marlon Webb or something like that. Yeah, him. His shit was not funny. Not I look back at it. It wasn't funny at all.
Vine went hand in hand. Literally, all the most popular Vines are probably just some racist joke about black people versus white people, or freaking like some Asian joke or some like Hispanic joke. I mean, a lot of the jokes on Vine weren't clever at all. A lot of them were just dark humor, which not even dark humor, it was just like a stereotype. Now, let me say this right now. There's a difference between dark humor and just being blatantly racist. Like, if somebody just says, yo, knock knock, who's there? You're an N word with the hard R, like, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's kind of racist. But dark humor, on the other hand, I mean, I feel like if you can make a joke about an Asian person and then the Asian person laughs, I feel like that's dark humor, you know? You make a joke about a black person and the black person is laughing, I feel like that's good dark humor. And I feel like that's a lot of what Vine was. Like, nobody really cared back then. They just cared about, oh, I'm gonna just say this joke and people are gonna laugh. Like, you never saw anybody drop a think piece on Vine back then when somebody dropped one. And I'm not saying this is right in any way. I'm not saying go up to your black friend and just call him like a monkey or something. But the majority of people on Vine just enjoyed stereotypical jokes. And I think that was just the internet itself. Like, you guys remember Anwar Jabawi? He was like that Arabic dude. He would always make stereotypical
All he did was terrorist jokes. Oh, that's all he did was little terrorist jokes and shit like that, bro. Like, now that he said it, bro, Vine was just straight racist. On some real shit. That's all Vine was. That's all the jokes everybody knew.
Typical Arabic jokes. Then you got people like Josh Kwandike, who was also making stereotypical
I don't have
Asian
a clue who
jokes. Then
that
you got the
is.
white people on Vine making all these stereotypical white people jokes. And then you got the black Viners like Jerry Perp Drink, Daystorm Power.
Who the fuck is he? I feel like I recognize him, but I have no clue. I'm gonna be real. I feel like I recognize him, but I have no clue who the fuck he is. Who are you? Who the fuck is you?
King Batch, all making jokes about black stereotypes. Like literally, when you think about Vine back then, like a lot of the black Viners, they would just bank on Jordans, watermelon, and basketball. like, that's low-key wild when you think about it. But like I said, like where did these jokes come from? The media. People were watching South Park, Family Guy, freaking Boondocks. A lot of this stuff.
Stop it, stop it. Boondocks was, hold up. No, I think that third season came out finally or something like that. Right? No? Nah, I feel like by then. Ah. Hold on. Let me think about this. When Boondock stopped? The first, how many seasons it had? Like 2 seasons, and then the third one came out later, and it was ass compared to the other two or something like that, right? Yeah. Nah, some shit like that, bro.
Stuff
Something
was
like that.
okay back then. Like back then, dark humor was the key to make somebody laugh. But I think back in like 2018, 2019, and 2020, that's when there was like a whole like 180 turn on dark humor. Like everyone was like, oh my gosh, stereotypical jokes aren't funny, racist jokes aren't funny.
No, it's not that. It's just it gotta be good. It can't be no ass joke, bro. Like that shit on Vine, them was ass jokes now. That's all that is. They was just ass jokes.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, me myself, like, I don't mind a racist joke here and there. Like, if you're just being blatantly racist, like, I feel like that's different than like dark humor. But if you say a funny joke and it's like well crafted and I'm laughing, I'll be like, yo, what the heck? I was not expecting that. And it's a stereotypical joke. I'm gonna be like, okay, like, I'm gonna give you your props. I'm gonna laugh. But yeah, dark humor was wrong at one point. And I feel like that's when people started like bashing on King Batch, saying that like King Batch was never funny. But if you look back at all those Vines, everyone was doing stereotypical jokes. And just the internet itself, if you look at videos from back in 2015, everyone was saying some racist stuff, some crazy stuff. Call of Duty lobbies, it was acceptable to say freaking slurs and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not saying that any of
He
this
ain't
stuff
lying
was
on that
okay,
one.
but
He
it was
ain't.
just the point in time that like people were living. Like nobody was really getting offended by that stuff, you know? And I feel like now dark humor is doing like a whole 360 because, bro, have you seen IG Reels comments? I know a lot of people don't really scroll through Instagram Reels. They usually scroll through like TikTok or something, but I've been scrolling through
I do. I scroll through IG Reels. Wait, do I? Yeah, I do.
IG Reels a lot lately. And one thing
I ain't gonna lie, them niggas is ruthless on IG Reels. Like that shit makes no sense. Why them niggas hate so much? Nigga, them niggas trying to win a fucking medal for how much they be hating on a nigga,
I've been seeing
on
are a lot of
anybody.
kids on my like Instagram Reels page. You know how on TikTok back then, like you would just see like a random kid doing something on TikTok, and like a lot of people would just like it because they're like, yo, what is going on? Like this kind of funny. Well, that's happening all over again with Instagram Reels. And you go to the comment section, and the top comment will say something like, "Shut up, little nigga." And I'm not saying that that's okay at all, but when you see something like that, you're
I
like,
ain't gonna lie,
okay,
those
what
shits
is
be
going
funny.
on?
If you use this sound, you will get a lot of likes, but creepy comments. I heard if you use...
You would think that like the comments would be wholesome because it's a little kid just dancing, doing whatever, telling a joke. But the top
Nigga,
comment will
what?
tell a little kid,
Shut up, little nigga.
like, bro, I'll be like, what the heck? Like, it's kind of funny. And with all that being said, I think the real reason why people hate King Batch so much is because there was no evolution with his content ever since 2015. I mean, the only difference from his Vines back then and his skits now are just the freaking quality. Like, his Vines probably had terrible quality because it was filmed off a freaking iPhone 5C, and now it's getting
Damn.
filmed off a freaking Sony Sony X7 6000 freaking nuclear galactic camera, but there's no difference within like the jokes. Like the punchlines are all the same. So in conclusion, King Bach is literally just funny to 2015 standards, not 2023 standards, if that makes any sense. I mean, I feel like people are just bored of his jokes, and that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of his jokes literally just consist of when the watermelon chicken is in your veins. Like, like, bro, what the heck?
I ain't gonna lie, that's probably what they fucking named the fucking video back then. Let's be real.
And also, I feel like King Bach didn't set black people back. Like, I feel like since everybody was making racist jokes back then, I don't really think it set anyone back. I think it was like, okay, now that we look at it from like 2023 standards, it's like, okay, that wasn't okay. Like that was wild. But to 2015 standards, that was okay in the media. So yeah, that's like my whole opinion on King Bach. Like, I don't hate the man because I don't really know the man or anything, but I understand like the hate around his content, you know? And tell me what you guys think about my take, like down below, because I feel like a lot of people will agree and some people will disagree. And if you agree, comment below. If you disagree, also comment below and tell me why. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be somewhere here on the screen. Click on it. I don't know where. But yeah, with all that being said, this is going to wrap up the video. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
Yeah. Fuck you. I wonder how many subscribers King Bach got. King Sid. Oh, I was gonna say, who the fuck is King Sid? 3.7. This is most popular 6 years ago. Oldest 11 years ago.